Hello my dear students, welcome to new session. And we have been having a very long journey with the outcomes of democracy. I hope you are enjoying the videos and you are watching the videos, and we are coming to the almost half of this chapter. And after having the discussion on the democracy and the development, democracy and the reduction of inequality and poverty, then now we are coming with the new topic, that it is the democracy, how the democracy is having accommodation of the social diversity. How do democracy accommodate the social diversity? What is the connection? How it is connected between the democracy and the social diversity? Before going to the detailed discussion, as usual, we will be having the frequently asked questions from this topic. Let us have these questions. On the basis of which values will it be fair expectation that democracy should produce a harmonious social life? Explain. What are the conditions under which democracies accommodate the social diversities? Do democracies leads to peaceful and harmonious life among the citizens? So here we are dealing with how the democracy and the diversity. How the democracy deals with the diversity. There are some questions which we have in front of you, and you need to read very properly, and sometimes you also will worry about that from where this question is. So what are the conditions under which democracy accommodate the social diversity? Here there is no problem, because social diversity as it is directly came. On the basis of which values will it be fair to accept expectation that democracy should produce harmonious social life? You see, here there is no wording that it is social diversity is coming. So you should know from where this question has come, what the examiner is expected from you. So democracy should produce harmonious social life. Harmonious social life, that itself you have to remember that it is accommodating the social diversity. That means harmonious social life means everyone together without any problem. That means it is accommodating the social diversity. So such a way you need to have, or you need to think properly and read the question. How many times you want to read the question, you read, and up till it understandable, or you are understanding the question, up to that you read and take time, then only you write the answer. So that we are introducing certain questions which can come, or which may be not giving a direct thing, or which is not direct as it is. Okay. Coming to the topic, accommodation of social diversity. How democracy accommodate the social diversity? Democracies accommodate various social diversities, divisions. That is a fact you have to write and you have to accept, and it is the basic fact that democracy accommodates the social divisions. Example we have. Already we had the first chapter itself, the power sharing, which we have discussed. In that chapter we have discussed that it is how the power is shared. We have the example of Belgium. In the Belgium, if we take care, or if you look into, we will come to know that there are 3 ethnic variations we have found. Dutch speaking people are there, French speaking people are there, and the German speaking people are there. And one, it is majority in the country, and another one is minority in the country. And the minority in the country, that is French speaking people, are the majority in the capital city. There is a chance of conflict. But they have accommodated everything, they have deal with everything very smooth, and they have made the arrangements where everyone can live very properly. Everyone can live together without any problem, accommodating the social diversity. It can be done, or it can be actualized very perfectly by the democratic form of government. So the first concept, or first point, you need to write that democracy accommodate the various social divisions. Example, you can have the Belgium. So non-democratic government often turn a blind eye to or suppress the internal social differences. When we take Once we have discussed democracy is accommodating the various social diversities, what about the non-democratic form of government? Non-democratic government turned blind eye towards the social diversities, or they were suppressing the social diversities. Take the example of Germany, the Hitler, the great. I'm always taking the example of Hitler because already you have learned and you know very well, and I know now 9th standard students are very happy to learn, speak and learn, or they were very happy with the chapter that is Nazism. That is why many of the time I am taking the example from the Nazism only, because already you know and you have learned and you loved that chapter. So take the example of your favorite Hitler only, that non-democratic government often turn blind eye. So in Germany during the time of Hitler, we can see that Aryans were there, that is the real Germans were there. At the same time, nomadic people were there, gypsies were there, handicapped people were there, Jewish people were there, so many different diversities were there. Non-democratic government can often turn blind eye towards or suppress. Hitler was not at all ready to accept the Jewish people in his country. He had a particular policy, he had an ideology. What was his ideology? Only the German people. He was thinking that his ideology was equality is not at all possible, only racial hierarchy is possible. According to his racial hierarchy, we have seen that he has placed the Jewish German people, the blue-eyed Nordic German, as the higher level. All others are lower level, and survival of the fittest. Who is the fittest one will survive. That means Jewish people are to be killed or eliminated. They are simply eliminated. Non-democratic government is not ready to accept the diversity. Hitler would have thought in such a way that he could have thought that it is okay, Germans are there, Jewish people are there, all are the people of this country only, everyone should be accommodated. No, never. Non-democratic government can be blind eye towards. He was blind towards the Jewish people. He was killing in millions. Millions of Jewish and other people were killed. He was not ready to accommodate. So first point, democracy accommodate the social diversity, but non-democratic government may not accept or they will be turned blind eye towards the social differences. So after having two notions about the democracy and the accommodation of social diversity, now we will be ability to handle social differences, divisions and conflicts is thus a definite plus point of democratic regime. So what is the very plus point of the democratic form of government? That is the social accommodating or handling social divisions, differences and the conflicts. That is the plus point of the democratic form of government. It is the plus point. When we compare with the non-democratic form of government, the plus point of the democratic form of government that it is ready to accommodate social differences. So after having the third point, but the example of Sri Lanka, okay, we have discussed that democracy is a form of government where there it is, various social differences are accommodated. But when we turn towards the non-democratic form of government, we can say that non-democratic government turn blind eye towards, or they will suppress the differences and divisions. Then accommodating the social differences is the plus point of the democracy. These 3 points we have discussed and we have put. And after that, when we consider, but example of Sri Lanka reminds us that democracy must fulfill 2 conditions in order to achieve this outcome. So we have discussed that it is accommodating the social diversity. And what about the Sri Lanka? We have studied, first chapter we have discussed about the Sri Lanka. What about the Sri Lanka? Do you agree that Sri Lanka was following a perfect democratic form of government? Did they accommodate the social differences? Belgium, we have seen that they have accommodated very well. Having the equal number of ministers in the central and the state government and everything, without giving any priority to any language group of people, everyone, they have managed very well. But what about the Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka has adopted a majoritarian form of government in which the Sinhala people were given priority, and they have made the policies which are preferential for the Sinhalas to come into the government job and everything. So when we consider this example of Sri Lanka with regard to the accommodation of social diversities in democratic government, we need to understand, in order to achieve this outcome, that is the social diversity, the accommodation of social diversity, the Sri Lanka has to go through two conditions. Then only we can say that it is. Or when we analyze the Sri Lankan example, we need to understand that Sri Lanka has to go through, or we need to understand two conditions. Through that only we can consider that is, or the what the problem with the Sri Lanka, or what is to be added with. So first concept it is necessary to understand that democracy is not simply ruled by majority opinion. So democracy means it is not the rule simply by the majority opinion. In Sri Lanka, we have seen that majority, 74% of the people are speaking Sinhala language. And they have decided, the majority they have decided that we only will rule the country. That is the decision of the opinion of the majority. So here we are concluding, or we are coming with the conclusion that it is necessary to understand democracy is not simply ruled by the majority opinion. It is not the rule by the majority opinion. The majority always need to work with the minority so that government functions to represent the general view. So it is not the rule by the majority opinion. Majority always needs to work with the minority. Then only it can be. So we have to understand the first condition in order to keep Sri Lanka, or in order to pronounce Sri Lanka, or in order to accept Sri Lanka as a democratic concept, or by accommodating, or in the point of view accommodation of the social diversities. Sri Lanka has to understand one thing. What is democracy? Doesn't mean that the majority opinion. Then what is the meaning? The majority always needs to work with the minority. That is the real spirit of the democracy. Minority is there, they need to work with the minority, they need to accept the minority, they need to accept and they need to give the representation to the minorities. There are minority people, are there Tamil people where the Tamilians were the minority in the Sri Lanka. The Sinhala majority should accept that we are the majority and they are the minority, and certain amount of representation and certain amount of respect is to be given to them. They also should be accepted in the society. So that is the first condition. What is the first condition? That the majority doesn't mean that, or democracy doesn't mean that the majority opinion. What is it? Always, majority always need to work with the minority. Then one more thing, it is also necessary that rule by majority does not become rule by majority community in terms of religion or race or a linguistic group. So rule by, always we say democracy means rule by majority. That is a majority, that is a plus point of democracy, that is democracy ruled by majority. Whoever gets the majority, they will be the ruling. So that is the majority here is always saying that does not. Here we need to understand that majority does not become the rule by majority community. It is not the majority of a particular religion. It is not the rule by majority of a particular language. It is not the rule by the majority of a particular culture. That is not the majority. That is not the real sense of majority in the democratic form of government, that it is ruled by, the country is ruled by a particular religious people. The country is ruled by a particular language or a linguistic, religious. Sinhala people decided that they will rule the countries because 74% of the people are speaking Sinhala. So they decided that we will rule the country. So is it the majority which accepted by the democracy? It is not accepted by the majority. So democracy's majority is not meaning, it is not the majority of a particular language. It is not the majority of a particular, the government is ruled by or government is made by a particular language people. That is not at all accepted policy of the democracy. So it is necessary to rule by the majority does not become a rule by the majority community in terms of religion. So majority community means, or the majority means, it should not be in terms of any religion. It should not be in terms of any race. It should not be in terms of any linguistic group. But rule by majority means that in case of every decision or in case of every election, different persons and different groups can and form a majority. That is the real sense, and that is the real majority in the democratic form of government. Means wherever their election or wherever their participation is given, the majority means accommodating another one also, giving respect to another one, giving participation to the another minority. That is the majority here means. It is not the majority by a single language. It is not the majority by a single religion. That is not the majority, is not accepted by the democracy. It is not the majority that democracy expect. Democracy expecting the majority, which are included of the majority people, the minority people, and all the people. From everyone, or everyone is getting the participation. So that is the accommodation of the social diversity. So that is the thing which are expected from the democratic form of government. So I hope you remember, or you can understand, or you understood, democracy accommodates the social diversity, and non-democratic government is not accepting the social diversity. Then accepting the social diversity is the plus point of democratic form of government. Then we need to come to the example of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is reminding us that democracy must fulfill two conditions in order to achieve this outcome. Which outcome? This accommodation of social diversities. So when the Sri Lankan example if we take, or we need to accept that Sri Lanka is accommodating the social diversities, they need to go through two conditions. The first condition, it is necessary to understand that democracy is not simple rule by majority opinion, but the majority always need to work with the minority. Second condition, it is also necessary that the rule by majority does not mean by the rule by a particular religious people or language people or cultural people or race or anything like that. It is a majority means in case of every decision or any case of every election, different persons and the different group may be given the participation. That is the real accommodation. So democracies and the relation with the democracy and accommodation of the social diversity, I have detailed this. We have discussed very detailed. I hope you understood, and we will be meeting with the next video with the next topic. Till then, bye.